We're here. Don't worry. Leo is traveling with family. Otherwise, he would have checked in on us to make sure we're okay. The problem is, unfortunately, we actually like each other. So when we get together beforehand, we talk and catch up and give bro hugs and everything. So we apologize, guys. We are just we just like each other a little bit too much, and we said we gotta get the show started. All right.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Welcome. My name is Dan. I'm the co-host of this live stream. We are 181 episodes in of the Doctor's Orders on the Dr. Nick's YouTube channel. The main goal of this live stream is to give you guys a little break from the day, to give you guys some replay to look forward to if you can't make it, and to allow you to get to know this company and the people behind it even better. And I just love delivering that message. I love taking your guys' tangents and running with them. And that's the little cheat code, guys. We always have a topic, but we take it wherever the heck we want. It can go in any direction. So if you guys ever want to distract the teacher, you have that green light. So just keep that in mind. But today we are going to touch on beard growth oils. We're going to touch on the new system. We're going to touch on research. We're going to touch on your guys' experiences, your questions, and then anything at all beard and life related. But if I could introduce the man to my side here, that texture of the beard is looking on point today. I don't know if the lighting in the room is a little bit different, but it's looking rustic and beautiful. The man's got that murdered out hat on. He's got the black and gray. Is that a Dixon? What we rocking?
Yeah, it is. I got the Dixon flannel.
The fit. Okay, and I'm not a Dixon fanboy. I have one. I have to admit, when you put it on, it's like, oh, okay, this does feel right.
Oh yeah,
this does feel right.
Oh yeah, no, and it's funny because I actually I was the opposite of a Dixon fan for a while there because I was like, when I first tried them, I was in this weird size where like the larges were just way too big, and the mediums weren't. The mediums just weren't big enough in the chest. Like they going from the back to the chest. They were like, you cough and you lose a button, someone was going to lose an eye if I sneezed kind of situation. So these, it's interesting though, because I think they changed their sizing a little bit. And since then I from the gym and whatnot, shoulders have filled out a bit more. And all of a sudden these larges are fitting pretty good. Like they're a little baggy, but I kind of like the bagginess that they have. So
mine has a little bagginess too. And on something structured like that, I do want a little bit of movement. I've found when I have like a structured kind of like a flannel like that, and it's a little bit too rigid, I might be crazy. I might be a wimp, but I get like sore afterwards. Like I swear I have like
I do
a workout. Too. Okay,
no,
you know what I'm talking about?
I do too. And you know what it is because you and I pay attention to the way we carry ourselves. Okay. And if something is tight on us like that, we're going to like be a little straighter and we're going to like have a little tension to us and they're going to suck in the gut a little bit. Okay. And next thing you know, you got like all day plyometric, exercise happening.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm sure that's why.
I don't think I've ever said that out loud. I don't think I've told another human. So why not put it on the internet? Yeah. After certain shirts, I do get sore.
Dude, I do too. And I swear to God, it's because I pay attention to like my posture and whether or not my stomach is touching my shirt or not. Cause I'm like, oh yeah, it's like just like one of those things. I've never been like comfortable enough with myself to be like just letting wherever things fall, just kind of fall where they fall. It's not me. It's distorted body image. I don't know what the hell it is, but I've never been comfortable enough to do it. But I am comfortable enough to talk about that discomfort in front of the entirety of the internet. So
same. I envy those guys where they're at the pool and they're just hanging out, like literally just hanging out. And it's like stomach's going one way and they're leaning the other way. And I'm like, I could never do that. And I want to, I don't judge them bad at all. I want that.
Dude, that's like goals for me. That's like life goals. I was just, he's not here in the chat with us, but a good friend of mine, I was just talking to last night and he said something about like, yeah, that'll work because now that I'm over 40, I really don't care what people think about how I look. And he was talking about being like, just shirtless at the beach or doing something. And he's like, yeah, whatever. He's like 30s me, totally insecure, self-conscious. He's like 42-year-old me. He's like, don't care.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm sure I'll
But
get there.
42-year-old me still cares. So don't get too excited.
This is not a magic number. Not
No,
one.
no, it's
Okay.
not
I
that
do.
kind of magic number.
I do like how you caught yourself there. You were about to say he's not with us. You're like, he's not in the live stream chat.
He's not here with
Yeah.
today in the yeah.
And then talking about good quality, our guy Dan B says, rocking the best metal hoodie. Dr. Nick's, it's fire.
I
So
do love that hoodie.
the heavyweight boy.
That heavyweight heavy metal hoodie. I love that thing.
Yep. And Nate, you're right. It is like a specific way, and you hold yourself in a weird pretzel when those shirts are like that. It is. And
You
it's
do.
like my shoulders scrunch in or something. I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah, and you're like, which way's the beach? Like all day.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, this
Right.
fits. It totally
Right.
fits.
And I think that's why the same exact reason you and I like these. This is talentless, right? You and I
Mhm.
like the oversized, heavy duty t shirts because it still shows. Here, I posted this the other day. Here's my life theory on my body right now. I want you to be able to tell that I work out, not because I'm trying to attract people, but because I do, and it's healthy, right? It's something that I'm working on, and it's
Yeah.
nice to have that noticed. But I'm also still at the chapter of life I don't turn down cookies or Reese's cups. And so I need a little bit of that fit to help me out. And those oversized kind of heavyweight shirts, it's like the way I feel wearing that compared to like a Hanes t-shirt or like a cheap Adidas t-shirt. I can't even explain it. It's so different.
It's so different. It's like you got on your armor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm wondering though? I'm wondering how I'm gonna feel about these thicker t-shirts in the summer. You know,
I think we're gonna love them.
I wonder if they're going to be, I wonder if they're going to be hot. I don't think they're going to be, but
I
I'm
think
just,
there's enough room.
I think so too. And you know, one of the things I think I'm going to like about it is, you know, how you wear like a shirt that color and it's thin in the summer and you get any amount of sweat on your chest or something. It's like someone threw a glass of water on you.
It's
I'm almost wondering if these are going to like give a little bit more of a barrier in that sense.
I'm right there. And this will be our 1st summer really being consistent with these. So we get to find out.
It will.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Awesome. I love that. And Trent says, I want to mention that I got my Dr. Nick's daily beard wash the other day. And this is all caps, everybody, if you're just listening. Love it. So good.
Man, I would tend to agree, Trent, because it's the stuff right there. You know, what's funny is like if I run out of it at the house and I just forget to bring some home, I oftentimes will substitute with something else, just whatever's around. And I've stopped doing it. Like it's you know, I go so light on anything and I like don't get it on my skin. I'm like trying to like just get it in the hair and like wash it, because it's like otherwise I'm going to risk like, you know, getting redness on my skin or getting some flakes later that day or something. So yeah, I don't know. I love it to the point now where it's like I have a hard time showering without doing like I talked about a couple weeks ago. Like I have a hard time not doing the full wash and condition. But now I'm kind of on the fence.
Right. Now, and most people know this. By the way, guys, we have 40 people in here already. Unbelievably cool on a Tuesday in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
If you could, just hit the thumbs up on the video. We don't ask for anything, but a free like does go a long way. So most people in here now, they know the story, right? They know the founder story of Dr. Nick's. You tried everything on the market. You loved the way things smelled. You loved the art. You loved the artistry, but your skin was fragile. It was red. It would break out, and you had a bad reaction to fragrance oils, number one, and then just kind of low quality products, number two. Do you ever have like flashbacks to that time, or is it so far gone where you've just been for 10 years in Dr. Nick's that it's like, because we were just looking through some videos of the kids. I don't really remember being that person. Like it doesn't click. Like I've moved on in life so much. I probably shouldn't. That's probably terrible, but it's just being honest. Do you ever like that situation? You run out of stuff, then you're like, oh my gosh, this brings me back to 2014 when I had to use this and that, or you just beyond that?
You know, I guess no, certain it was so traumatic.
Right.
At certain points that it actually does bring me back at certain points. Like I do recall like parting my chin hairs and seeing just like red and just like, So once in a while I'll get like the feeling that something's starting to do that, and I do. I'm like, oh man, this isn't going to go back to what it was in like 2014, was it?
So I was wondering.
Yeah, I do. I don't do that with most things though, which is interesting enough, because I tend to disassociate, I guess, like my current situation from my past quite a bit.
Same.
And like you said, right, probably, who knows, like where on the scale of mental health that
Right.
that lands. Like, I think of different versions of my previous self as like different people, like literally different people. Like, I can almost think back and remember things in third person, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah. So unbelievably true.
We're going to
Like,
get someone in here that's like a psychoanalyst. They're going to be like, hey, I do take sessions remotely.
You want to get that looked at. You said you looked at yourself as a different person. And it really is. Yeah. And Kenny says PTSD from pre-doctor days. I remember especially my early teaching days, and just obviously a massively different person. But I'd wondered if that came into play, where your origin story is so much different than most of ours. Most of us, we come in, we try a few things, and we find what we like, and then we're off to the races and hooked. You couldn't use anything because at that time, they weren't available on the market, and you essentially created this new lane for yourself and then really have grown it lately. And so I wondered if it ever comes back. And I could see, like, for me, it's when I go to a hotel and I forgot beard products. And I just told that story where I had to use the shower, the hotel shampoo and conditioner. And I didn't have to. Looking back, I probably should have just rinsed, even though I don't like rinse only days, but it was probably the lesser of two evils. But that, I was like, I wonder if this triggers like flashbacks for Nick. And it seems like it.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I love this. Nate says, us daywalkers have fair maiden skin type.
I always say I'm a delicate little flower under here, Nate. It's like my my main comment when people ask me about stuff with the beard. I'm like a delicate little flower under here. I bruise easily, got sensitive, very sensitive.
Yeah, be nice, guys. Be nice. And I do like the term daywalker. One of my absolute favorites. Shout out to Shane Gillis.
No, it's a winner.
And Mr. Webb says, for Valentine's Day, my wife went through my beard products to figure out which companies I like, and surprised him with a Dr. Nick's gift card.
Oh, awesome. Look at that.
Her own context clues chose Dr. Nick's to get the gift card for.
Well, right on. Love that.
That's super, super cool.
And welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come hang out.
Dave, this is a Dixon flannel that he has on.
It is a Dixon flannel. And the one last thing I'll say about that flannel is I did not appreciate one of its features until I started wearing glasses. That's for sure.
Does it got the little side pocket, little knob?
No, it's got the glasses cleaner in the corner of the shirt. So anyone that's got a Dixon flannel, open that bad boy up, because where do you clean your glasses? Right down here, right? Well, you just pinch this bad boy and you got a glasses cleaner.
What?
Not only that, hold on. This is actually worth mentioning. The logo inside the glasses cleaner right here is rubberized. So that holds
sticky stuff.
That holds your glasses still with your thumb, and then you clean it with this, and it holds everything. It holds everything still for you. Like nice work, guys. Nice work. But yes, it does. It does also have the open slot, so you can
That's what I thought.
Stick the glasses right there as well. It's too close to my beard to ever use it, but
right.
You just get sweat or oil all over it.
Do you have glasses that you take off? So for me, I take off sunglasses when I go inside. Do you have that situation, or are you like just trained? Okay. What do you do with them? It's my greatest struggle in life.
Oh, huge struggle for me. So
because we can't put them in the pocket.
No, we can't put them
do the normal things.
No.
I've tried the hat. No. I can't do that. I forget about them. They go flying.
Oh, they go.
I have no solution.
It's bad for them. I'm going to be zero help on this. Like, we're going to be calling in crowd favors here, because listen, when I get somewhere in my car, I'll be wearing sunglasses. First of all, I had to get used to switching between sunglasses and these things for the first year. I don't know. I think I just hit a year wearing glasses.
I remember that. And you had to learn a whole new world. Oh yeah, because you didn't have them before. I forgot you just got glasses. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just been a year.
Wow.
So I had to get used to taking off sunglasses and then putting on regular glasses before you get out of your car and walk in somewhere. Because what are you going to do? You're going to walk in with your glasses case? Like, I don't have a shoulder bag that I carry around with me everywhere.
I don't carry anything. That's the problem.
See, I would picture, being in like the coaching world, if I had the kind of existence where it was appropriate for me to wear like athletic clothing, like you're like most of the time you're usually wearing
99%.
I would be going back with the bring back the fanny pack trend in a heartbeat.
Okay.
You have no idea if I did the stuff that you did between like coaching, bouncing around, this kind of stuff. Oh, hip pack all day.
But I don't like how it like cuts. So we talk about being insecure, right? I don't like how it cuts off the belly fat and it's like presents it. Like it's just like it cuts in, and then if you go looser, it doesn't stay up. But the second it gets tighter, it's like, here's my belly. What's up?
Do need like 8% body fat in a six pack to make a fanny pack work well. Not me either. So maybe,
I like, so the Europeans do like the shoulder sling, right? But I can't do that with this.
So they have the shoulder slings now, though, that sling, and it's a back sling.
Ooh.
So they're almost like teardrop shaped. They're like, they have one strap. They're like triangle shaped. Yeah. And you throw it on over a shoulder and it's just on your back and it just goes across. Like, listen, I think it's 2026. I'm perfectly okay with it personally. If people want to call it a merce, that's their business. They can call it whatever they want. Okay. I call it convenient. I'm like, I've been looking. I've been like, over the shoulder sling, I think is kind of cool. I like them. Some of them are kind of nice.
Interesting.
Then again, like what ends up getting me, here's what gets me. I end up looking at those things, right? And I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, it can hold like sunglasses. It can hold like my phone. It can hold my wallet. So I don't need any of that stuff in my pockets anymore. Like, that's pretty sweet. See, some of them are pretty cool.
They're not bad. There's
a brand out there that's actually, it has a squirrel. I'm going to preface the name like crazy on this because it's going to be in the transcription. Their logo is a squirrel. Okay. And then they have nuts, because squirrels eat nuts.
Yeah.
And what we're talking about here is a shoulder bag. So the brand of the bag is called Nutsack. And
that makes sense.
They're,
nuts.
Because squirrels.
Okay.
That's it.
This is dangerous, but I did search
it. It is. And so there they are. And look, you even got an acorn as the logo there, know? And they're
rustic.
They are. But all they make is like those over the shoulder style ones. And then there's like, I don't know. There's some decent smaller, options.
But that's getting closer. Yeah.
It is getting close. Yeah. And that's like, I don't know. I think there's options out there that would work for people like us, especially like, I don't know, you're right. Like, you can't clip glasses on your shirt behind your beard because you get beard oil on your glasses. There's just, we're precluded from so many options.
That's super interesting. This might have helped me out a lot.
Okay,
but what do you do with the glasses currently?
Okay. So what I do with them currently is leave them in the car. So I always have a glasses case with me because I always have I have the sunglass. I have like these glasses in the case when I have the sunglasses on, and then I take sunglasses off, put these on, put the sunglasses in the case, and put it in my center console.
Okay. Yep. I have like the little magnetic like latch that goes on the sun visor. Talking about.
Yep.
Where you put the glasses. So that's what I do. But this is where it sucks. We go into the movies. I don't know, twice a year, but just the perfect example. We go to the movies. Sam goes to the movies with me. She puts her sunglasses in her purse. Right. I go into the movies, and you know what it's like when you get out of the movies and you come back into the real world. It's Well,
so bright.
I don't have anything to save me. And it's like you can't do the collar because of the grease on the glasses. There's just so many things. It's just a problem, but that's exactly what I do.
It is a problem. And because of that, now I had to get a glasses case that's got an air tag thing on the back of it. So now if I leave them somewhere, I could figure out where the heck I left them. And you got all sorts of little things to deal with the things. But being as this is the topic, I'm very, very interested, since we got a decent group of people in here, is what is the group consensus on over the shoulder bags, sling packs, these types of things. And where I'm going to define this as is not a laptop bag over the shoulder. We're talking about the crossbody over the shoulder that can be temporarily hung over one shoulder if needed. But that's like leisure mode. Otherwise, they're in sport. And you can see that one. I know what everyone's opinion is going to be on this one. That is not acceptable.
See, this is my favorite.
Nope.
I like this one way more than the other ones. This is what Jason recommended.
Oh, see, I don't know. It's for me, that's too small. But then again, I don't know.
I want small.
See, I want like one size up from that. See, look at that teardrop shaped one there. The one right there. Yeah, that and the one next to it. Yeah. So that's kind of getting there for me, I think.
Okay.
I just need like one size up from that because I don't even know like that one. I don't think my big stupid Italian glasses are even going to fit in there.
Interesting.
These things come with a case that's like it's in my car, so I can't show you. But it's got like bull horns like wrapped. Like it's these crazy cases these things come in.
I could do it. See, yeah. Look at Jason has this one. John likes it. Yeah, I think your consensus was off.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on. This is and see, I figured we were going to get revolt, but we're getting support here. So
True North loves them.
True North loves them.
It must be a new age, man.
Dude. Okay. So now
I like this.
Now everyone follow me along here. Personally, when I noticed that these were getting cool, I did kind of sigh a sigh of relief going, it's 2026. We're finally allowed to carry around a shoulder bag. All right.
Yeah.
Like, I did. I was honestly like, I was like very appreciative of the situation. You carry a sling backpack daily. And so here's my problem with them is I start looking and I'm like, ooh, it can hold my glasses. Ooh, it can hold this. And then I'm like, well, what if it could hold an iPad? And then I'm like, and then I start looking and then it gets too big. And then all of a sudden I'm back in this category where it's just, shoulder bag, laptop bag situation.
Yeah.
Which I do love this thing, but it's too big to carry around everywhere with you.
See, I don't like bulk in my pockets either. So
me neither.
If I'm going to like a speaking engagement or something, and I don't want this big bulge coming out of my right pocket. And I don't use my back pockets. You don't want to sit on your wallet and
you don't
have all those problems.
You're not supposed to do that.
No.
You're not supposed to do that anymore.
No.
You're like a boomer if you put your wallet in your back pocket.
Right.
Now. Like everyone's like, whoa, you don't want to do that. Don't you know? Don't you know you don't want to do that?
But I don't need more. I just need to get the stuff that would be in my pockets.
See, that's where I need to control myself because I start getting into like well, if that was the case, then I could. And I start saying those sorts of things. And that's where I get into danger land. That's dangerous history for me there.
I'm not cool with the satchel. That's not for me. I like the sporty, tighter to you on the back that you mentioned. I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could do a satchel though.
And a satchel is defined by like a drawstring top or like a flap over top.
Oh, I think a flap over top. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, like I guess this isn't like that. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. The flap. Exactly. Right here. See, that's too much for me. Not that I dislike it. It's just
so
too
this
much.
Technically would be counted as that because it has the flap.
Yep. That's a satchel.
Okay. And see, this works it's waxed cotton. I love it. It's Filson. It's hand,
like this.
They make great stuff. I think they're still made. I think they're still made in the United States even. But they, I used to have one just like that actually out of buffalo hide too.
I believe it.
I liked that one. It was a good one. But I don't know. I think this is gonna happen though. I'm gonna be looking now.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have sparked me.
You really have. This is good. Hold on.
It is a problem. So
there was one. See if I can find it here. There was one that. Oh yeah, it was. It was like back in October. Okay. Huckberry. No, that wasn't it. Huckberry does have some pretty cool stuff though.
Somebody wears a vest. Okay, that's not my style, but I could see that being real purposeful.
That's what oh yeah. I was gonna say that's what my stepdad wears. That was my stepdad.
Oh, no way.
What's up, Alan?
So funny.
That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
could
literally
see that.
just about to say that. I was like, huh, that's another vest person. Okay, that's what Alan wears. And then it was Alan.
I could see how purposeful that would be. 100%. I
My
don't think I can pull it off at this chapter in my life.
my business partner down in Florida, he's a big vest fan as well. He, like literally so many pockets in there. Like it's like
Oh,
he can fit more in his vest than Jill fits in her purse.
interesting. Interesting. And Mr. Webb has 2 requests for the doctor:
Okay.
body wash and IPA, and the ability to pick their own oils for the discovery box. Any thoughts?
So, originally we were thinking about doing a choose your own discovery box. Shopify does not make it easy, unfortunately.
Mm,
And I was not willing to do a single purpose app add on to the store to do it. So we went with our most popular sense and scrapped it. Now, what we might do is have an A and a B. Like we have one collection and another collection, like light and dark,
pick
things
one.
that are
Yeah.
kind of that sort of situation. But as of right now, no. And it's not so much as a lack of desire, it is a technology limitation that exists, unfortunately.
Right.
As far as body wash and IPA goes, I would personally love that. I don't. We've always wondered how well it would do. We've always wondered if that would be one that goes. And what starts getting me thinking about that one is honestly, it would probably do well as a body wash from a scent standpoint.
Oh, wonderful.
But we would need to do something with the name
Right.
because the people who, if it's unfortunately it
Yep.
is a if scent.
Correct.
Because
The
people that
essence, yeah.
it is. And you know what? I started this company with having to over explain myself because of IPA and stout beard oils. And we've just never readdressed it. And it's one of those things where it probably will be addressed someday.
Yep.
So I'd say if you guys see name changes coming along, and if you see some things coming out about like scent profiles actually having like names and a bit of like a vibe and a theme, which I will say I have a number of spreadsheets doing, that's probably when you'd see something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. It's fun. Fun process, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dylan, great thought. He said, could they put it in the comments? So this would be one of those situations where you look at like a very new, very small company. That's no issue. But as a company is growing and scaling, and especially if their goal is to continue to grow and scale, things like this just aren't realistic for a couple of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One is just a logistic standpoint of making it happen. When you're doing, let's say, 50 orders in a day and you have somebody working on them, or 100 orders, you got to be efficient. It's got to be printed out tickets. You got to make sure. And then even more importantly, as you scale, you have to be able to manage inventory.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if it's something that's put in a comment, Shopify, the whole data system for keeping track of what you need to order and what you have in stock, it's impossible to keep up with that inventory. So it's a great thought, and it could be done at a very small scale.
Yeah.
But if you're growing, it's just not realistic.
We used to do stuff like that. Like we
Right.
had like a couple of things that were like multi-packs back in the day. And it was like, just put in the comments which ones you want or select right here. And it would be like well, we always know we have a couple hundred of everything because we only have 2 things,
Right.
or whatever it was. But it's like, the inventory part, like if 50 people did that, and and then you put in the comments, then you run the risk of order 4 not having what they want, and then all of a sudden it's a 15-minute sit down, stop what you're doing, take off the gloves, send an email, wait back, pull the order, put it on the side. It's crazy what can add 30 minutes to an order process real quick. And if that happens with more than like 1 or 2 orders in a day, orders are waiting to get shipped till the next day. Like it's a butterfly effect.
Yep. And we were just talking about stuff. There's so many aspects. And that's why I literally love this show. Because there's so many aspects that people just can't understand until they're there. And then Dylan says, yeah, good call. And you learn about it as we go through. And Jill says, Nick isn't even allowed to grab a beard wash without us knowing these days. Might throw off the whole schedule, even just one bottle.
Yeah. Like it's funny. I'll be in here with somebody. I was in here with a guy that owns a couple of barbershops last week. and I wanted to set him up with a couple of samples and get his guys some things that he could use down in the shops.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of going through grabbing a couple of things, and like I talked to Jill, and like my first comment about like, oh, this guy's cool, like he's got these couple of barber shops, yada yada yada. And I'm like, I set him up with a this and that, and it wasn't even like a, oh, that's cool. Oh, what did you guys talk about? Oh, how many barber shops does he have? Did you pull those out of inventory?
Every team needs someone.
Everybody. Oh, that was it. It's yeah, it is. It's tightly managed.
Yep. And then Dan B says, have you ever considered doing shave soap for men with bald heads and sensitive skin?
So yeah, we actually have considered it, and I just use face wash for it. So for me, it's for shaving my head, I use face wash. For shaving my neck, anything in the cheeks, like I use face wash everywhere I need to shave. Right. If I go get a tattoo and I'm going to shave my arm, I use face wash on my arm as shave soap. I do not let my tattoo artist shave my arm because I don't like single blade Bic razor burn.
You don't?
No, it's just one of those things where it's like I just don't enjoy it. I don't know why.
Take care, Arden. Thanks
Call me crazy. In, Later, Arden.
That's yeah. And they just go to town on those things.
Oh, they're like,
they do not care one
It's like, have you ever shaved?
Have you done it to yourself? Yeah.
It's like, have you ever done this to yourself? I'm convinced that there's certain things that tattoo artists have actually never experienced themselves.
Dennis brings it up. Not me. I didn't bring it up. I didn't know if, okay, so here we go.
Don't
panic.
It's going to be a whole lot more.
Okay.
We
found yourself reading yourself like lately, but like, oh, okay, thank you. Good call.
Good call. Just don't panic.
Yep.
I should have had don't panic underneath it. Just breathe.
Yeah.
Just like all the reminders. That's what I'll do is just have like all the reminders down the list. Like don't panic, breathe, be nice. It's like, okay, got it.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
No, but it's coming.
And then Jason wants to know any update on the deodorant, which has been cool because we've been able to kind of fill people in as you've gone through this journey of testing and getting everything ready.
Oh, I'll be totally honest. I hit a roadblock. I wasn't able to get consistency right. And then what the bigger problem was is we started looking about like because if we were gonna do deodorant at scale, we would have to have a formulator work with us. Not a formulator, because they'd take our recipe and they would co-pack it, and they would use our essential oil blends that we include, and they would co-pack those in with it. So it would very much be a partnership, co-packing relationship. But it's like you look at what we do with balm sticks, and the only reason we're able to do that with balm sticks is because the volume that balm sticks are still at right now, because they're not exactly the most popular product in the world.
Right.
If they were as popular as our butter, we would already have had to work with a partner, because melting down hot liquids and pouring them into small plastic tubes is something you need pretty specialized equipment for to do it at scale. So one of the roadblocks I hit was actually finding someone that was willing to work with one of the main active ingredients that I had in there. They have a set list of ingredients that co-packers are kind of allowed to work with based on what else is produced in the facility and what types of licensing they have.
Yep.
And there is one ingredient that borderlines an active ingredient that is the only thing I've found that works. And I'll just be totally transparent about it because it's a wide world. You figured it out before I do. I congratulate you, not mad at you. It's mandelic acid is one of the things that just absolutely destroys the odor, and it works really, really well. And it's in a lot of these natural deodorants. The trick is finding someone that is willing to work with custom formulation that can work with that material.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like on a super small scale, yes, I think I actually have deodorant figured out. Are we to the point where I can 10,000 SKU order it from somebody? No.
Right.
And have I found someone that's willing to do it at 1,000? Unfortunately, also no. So it's one of those weird things. There's actually a few products that we want to release, but we're in this weird middle zone of volume. It's like if you want someone to just do labeling for you, for example, I mean, it's 5,000 bottles per label of each one, and that's minimum orders. Like the minimum order quantities are ridiculous. If you looked across all of our SKUs, I mean, we'd be at like 30,000 units to be able to get everything co-labeled. So it's just, it's those little things that make things hard sometimes. But yeah, we're I'm not giving up. I'm pressing forward on it. But what I won't do is put more pressure on the team here internally by coming up with something that's a burden to produce.
Yeah.
So I got to balance that too, unfortunately. But do I think I found the perfect mix and blend and ingredient list? I think actually, yes. I think
Wow.
actually I have.
Super cool. Yeah, it's interesting. Again, those are the details that people just don't understand if you're not on that side of things. When I was consulting for the company that made the products in Rite Aid, not with them anymore, but great experience, great learning. The lab that they used was plastic only, and it had to do with licensing. It had to do with some of the ingredients that they used. So anything that we made had to go in some form of a plastic bottle. They could not use glass. And so that was a challenge on some different aspects, especially something like beard oil, you know? And so, yeah, it's interesting, those little things that it's like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing, but yeah, they can only use plastic.
It is a crate, and they won't use, like, no one in the world will bottle and fill and label our square bottles. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only ones that I've found. There's people out there that will label them, but it is, and that's where I got my 5,000 number from. It's 5,000 per label style. So it's like they won't change the machine for anything less than 5,000 labels. And it's which is crazy, you know?
That is crazy. I love this. Mr. Webb says, one of my favorite clients recently commented on my beard growth. He was using a silicone oil from Amazon, so I sent him a bottle of Dr. Nick's. Made a very good impression. That's
Love
super
that.
cool.
Oh, I love that
Super.
silicone oil too. He was probably using something that was in a plastic bottle,
Yeah.
and loaded with all kinds of stuff.
The last comment I answered before hopping on the stream, a guy commented on a video of mine. Company starts with a G, ends with an S, just a couple of letters. And they were like, I love this product and the way it makes my beard feel, the way my beard smell. I'm disappointed to learn that it's silicones. They're not good for your beard. Is there anything that I can get that would like mimic this? And so I directed him to my video I did recently that explained why people think silicone oils work. And it's just like, you're not going to get that experience, but open your mind to understand that that experience is not good, that that's not an authentic experience, and that the real experience is going to be far better if you zoom out any amount of time. And it's hard sometimes to get that to break through. Really difficult concept if they have never experienced it before.
You know, it is. And it's, on top of that, though, it's just like, look at the stuff that you're putting, like the silicone that you're putting in there. I mean, that stuff, it's not
Petroleum.
it's not non-toxic. It's not edible.
Right. It's petroleum. Like, it's a byproduct of oil. Like, this is crazy. Like, what are we even talking about right now? You know, it's nuts.
It's insane.
And some of the very worst ones, kind of leading to our topic today, are growth oils. And it's so difficult because the small batch industry is making a surge on fantastic all natural growth oils, but we still have the national stigma of the big boys that are using silicones, that are using crap and promoting the growth. So they give them that snake oil kind of thought to it. But I want to touch on today, because we do have people like Phil and we have others in the stream that love the growth oil. Phil personally has had fantastic results of new growth. But I wanted to hear from other people too, including Nick and myself, because other people are using these oils. And let me start by taking a little field trip. So if we pop over to the Dr. Nick's website, you click on the products, and then it's the Root and Rise here, right? And so we have Root, Rise, and Maintain. Root Rise step 1, step 2. This is the system. Then the Maintain, you guys, is the peppermint rosemary essential oil beard oil. And one thing, and I will forever bring this up because I think it's just incredibly important, is this chart right here. And it really does, for that whole like concept of snake oil and it's not working and stuff. This shows everything, right? The gold standard for beard growth, if you do any search on Reddit, any search on YouTube, like what actual people are saying, is minoxidil, Rogaine, and they have all these different methods and derma rollers and this and that. The exact same potency. We're not even comparing like apples to oranges. We're talking apples to apples, 3%. Yellow is peppermint essential oil, not even including the other ingredients that the Root and Rise have in it. Just straight up peppermint essential oil, which can be found in the peppermint rosemary. compared to the gray minoxidil, every week, every step of the way, it not only beats minoxidil, as time goes on, the results go even farther away in the positive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real science. Like, this is an actual study. Now, it wasn't done on beards, but it was done on men's head hair, which is even more challenging to have growth. And we didn't do the research, but it was done on mice as well. And so this like just shows it through and through. Now, my question to you, Nick, because I have found myself going to these oils at night just simply because of two reasons. One, I enjoy them. I like the switch up. I love the way they smell, and they just feel great in my beard. And then two, if this is hair growth rate, if this is new growth, I understand that people have patchy or thin beards. This is something that is like their holy grail. But I figure I've got to have some follicles that could use some help. I got to figure there's something that it's benefiting me. And so I genuinely sleep great at night, knowing my beard's given its best chance possible. Now, I don't know if that's at all where your brain has ever gone or not, but that's where I'm at currently.
Yeah. So I think we just talked about, do you have flashbacks? So I always have flashbacks to the times waking up in the morning with scratchy, flaky, red, irritated skin. Right.
Okay.
So at night, I do apply butter quite a bit.
Oh, same every night. Yep.
But now that I have the step one at home, I use it quite a bit at night. And so there's, if I'm going to use, and what I will say is Jill's probably like quite a bit, is that if I'm going to use butter at nighttime, I'm typically mixing it with step one root and rise.
Okay.
And so there's no potential, there's no real areas that I'm extra concerned about. I'm fine. But what I just like the moringa oil, man. I love the way it feels on my skin. I like the way my skin feels in the morning after having any amount of that moringa oil touch my skin. People call it a miracle oil and the tree of life oil and all this stuff. I mean, there's something to it. Thousands of years of research can't be wrong there.
Yeah. I had to make a video on that when I did the carrier oils because it really is special.
It is.
And I love the way my beard feels after wearing these. And people are like, oh, you're wearing a growth oil? And yes, I just really enjoy it. I just really, really enjoy it. And that's it. And
you don't have to deal with the heart palpitations. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I love that. And if you guys don't get what Dylan's referring to here, a main side effect of minoxidil, and this is not drinking it. Let me super clarify here. This is not consuming it. Let this sink in. This is applying it to your skin and hair on the outside of your body, and a main side effect is heart palpitations.
Not good.
Something you put on your skin. Drinking it, still terrible. I don't think I drink anything that I really have a risk of heart palpitations. But that's putting it on your skin. Can we let that sink in? Let alone the concept that this was a drug that was created to lower blood pressure.
Which, by the way, was not adopted for that because of its side effects.
Right.
Let that one sink in too. Keep in mind that this was not developed for a leisure, elective substance, right? This was to lower a critical blood pressure issue and was not clinically passed to do so because of the drastic adverse effects that it had. And then we're like, yeah, but it grows hair. And we've all seen Idiocracy, so we know exactly what else we're worried about along with growing hair that gets completely in the way of any sort of logic.
Yes.
There's a couple medications out there that were little oopsies that are not used for what they're made for.
There are a couple. Yep. A couple well-documented ones.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy to me. And they're like, oh yeah, when we were treating Jeff's heart, his back hair went crazy. And they're like, I wonder if it works on beards. Well, it's not legal to test in the United States, so you got to try it on the low. You know, we can't actually advertise this or test this, but we promise it works.
It's
And by
like
the way,
Four Loco for your face.
oh my gosh. By the way, you can buy it over the counter at Target and Walmart, but it might give you heart palpitations, you know.
Yeah.
But
You
don't you
know.
dare look at our Meyer locks up essential oils.
Really?
Oh, you have to go get someone to unlock the case to get essential oils.
It's like deodorant in the
Yeah.
like deodorant in the hood. Yeah.
Oh man, yep. Kay says Mountain Dew can cause heart palpitations. If Mountain Dew causes heart palpitations, then you are, I'm gonna be nice, but I'm gonna say you're weak and you need to start stepping up your game and getting that body and immune system together. Here's my statement. If Mountain Dew gives you heart palpitations and Taco Bell gives you the runs, you need to start stepping up as a human and become more tolerant to life.
Strong people are harder to kill.
That's so true.
It's a proven fact.
So true. So dang true. So yes.
Does it still have brominated vegetable oil in there? Is that what gives it the heart palpitation problem?
I've never had a heart palp from Mountain Dew.
I'm just looking here. Oh wow, no, look at that. Finally, we were the last country in the planet to do it. The FDA finally banned brominated vegetable oil in 2024, so it's only been gone for 2 years.
That's real recent.
Yeah, it's because of thyroid issues and neurological damage. Was that one?
Jeez.
Yeah, it wasn't heart palpitations so much there. It was, brominated vegetable oil is what gave Mountain Dew its slick consistency. It's a slippery mouthfeel, as they call it. And that was brominated. Bromine is like one molecule away from chlorine. And it was a way that they treated the vegetable oil that went in the Mountain Dew. And we were like one of the only holdouts that was still allowing it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Half the pools nowadays are bromine. Yeah.
Right.
Spot on.
And then you got, BVO was the name of the ingredient, brominated vegetable oil.
Interesting.
It's pretty bad stuff. Thanks, Pepsi.
Speaking of vegetables, we got to have herbs, rosemary, and peppermint oil. Bucky says he just recently used it and it feels great. It's refreshing and revitalizing, especially in the morning.
I like how you Jeff Goldblumed your way into that comment. Like you were like vegetables. Vegetables have leaves. Leaves grow out of the ground. Growing out of the growing growth oil.
Herbs,
done. Peppermint, and rosemary.
Nailed it. When you're a middle school teacher for 12 years, you find real interesting transitions.
I call that, and I always, because of all of his movies, I call those Jeff Goldblum moments because that's exactly. It's like, wait a minute, how did you just end up at V8 engine from Fork?
Right. And no transition. True question here. Phil says, speaking of root and rise real quick, you said 30-day step 1, 30-day step 2, but is it better or just fine to go through the whole bottle? Truly, either side is very, very much the same. Mm-hmm. I would say go through the full bottle of 1, then the full bottle of 2.
You? Yeah.
Yeah, Phil, for you. But the shorter beards, people that are newer, having a set amount of days is very helpful to them.
It is.
And so that's the reason why, but you're totally fine either way.
Yeah. I'd say with your length, and because of the stuff that's in there, you probably don't focus just on the skin. You probably get it in on the skin, and then it probably has to just get worked through because you can't really get to the end of your hairs here. They're down here.
Right.
So I'd say for you, burn through a bottle, then burn through the next one and wall the whole time doing it. At night, just use that peppermint, rosemary, regular beard oil throughout the day.
Yeah.
But for like Dan was saying, there's you get someone who's just starting the journey. They don't want to grow it out longer because they have patchiness. I've actually heard that quite a bit from people. Like, I'm keeping it short while I'm using this, so hopefully I can grow all at the same length. So some people are really self-conscious about that, about the lack of growth in certain areas. And those guys, 100%, because they're going to be 30 days on the next one, and they're going to come back and get another 30 days on that first bottle. There's a chance that you might get 3 cycles out of a bottle, depending on your length of beard. You might have 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and then you're empty, right?
Yep. And some people, the bottle might not last 30, right? If you use
Might
it
not.
like I do, where it's the skin and the whole hair, if I'm using it every night, I'm probably not going to get 30, or it'd be right smack dab on. It would be real close.
Yeah, because a bottle of regular oil does not last me anywhere close to a month. Like
No,
for me, a bottle of oil lasts 2 weeks.
for you and I, it's about 2 weeks. Now,
Yeah.
if you use one dropper top, on average, it's not a perfect science, but on average, it'll last you 30 days. So just so you guys are aware, Nick and I are using 2 dropper tops at least. So that's 2 weeks. Literally spot on.
Yep.
And you can't beat it.
Sometimes 3.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, right?
Depends
Listen
on
to
the
your
day.
beard, listen to the variables, the climate outside. Is it dry? Is it humid? Yeah, you're right.
Always got to listen to the beard though. Just it'll tell you what it wants.
Yep, listen to the beard. I got a video on that. And this is why I wanted this topic today, you guys. Ask your questions. We already have an amazing question from Phil, feedback from Phil on his experience. And then Daryl says, I'm halfway through step 2. Do I start over with step 1 again? Yes.
Yes.
That is the rotation. And that's avoiding that plateau effect. That's getting the most out of this system, keeping the skin guessing, different nutrients. Daryl, spot on, man. Absolutely spot on. And if you look over here, guys, we got that list. Here is that moringa oil.
Yeah.
It's the antioxidants. It strengthens the hair at the root. Oh, that's where growth happens. Adds soft and natural shine. Strengthens hair at the root. Listen.
At the root.
If your root is damaged, if the follicle is not at its strongest, at its healthiest, it has 2 blood vessels. Every single hair on your beard has 2 blood vessels that is feeding that hair. That's crazy to think about, by the way.
It really
thousands and thousands of hairs. Each one of them has 2 blood vessels.
That's insane. And
it's crazy.
Which is crazy because hair follicles don't bleed when you pluck them.
Ooh, good point.
You know what I mean?
They're just so microscopic. They gotta be just so tiny.
They are.
So tiny. And when you have the blood vessels feeding each hair, if that follicle is weaker, if that follicle is damaged, it is stopping the flow of those nutrients. You need those nutrients to grow. If you are strengthening that follicle, if you are lubricating that follicle, you are allowing that highway of nutrition to get to the hair. That right there alone, that moringa oil alone right there is able to help out. And it is one of the many stories of how insane the human body is.
Yeah. And you know what I was wondering? I was wondering why it doesn't bleed. And I was like, I wonder if they're capillaries. And they are. Those two, yeah, exactly. Okay. So that makes total sense why they can be severed and not bleed.
Spot on capillaries. Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Jason says, here's some more feedback, guys. Jason, who has a great beard, says, Root and Rise has been helping me fill in some patchy areas. Right there. And that's proof that this isn't just for the 19-year-old who started growing and he wants to fill in spots. This is established beards, great beards. They're like, you know what? I'm real. I got an area that I could use some help on. And right here, someone's spending their hard-earned money, sharing their experience on it. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Really, really cool. So yeah, the moringa in there is insane. The beardy oil, that's what gives the step 1. Step 1's orange, right?
No, step 2. Step 2 is step 2's got beardy.
Okay, and so that gives it that more orange color, but just so many things, super vitamin dense and rich.
Pause there for just a second
to
support what you just said about moringa and it going through with the system and the network that's underneath your skin.
Yeah,
it's no secret that I'm using a bunch of AI tools to produce ad images and all this other kind of stuff because I don't have a production studio and I don't have a full-time job of taking photos of things. Jeez. So, some of those new ads for the growth, I'm just loving the Root and Rise ads that are coming out here. They're fantastic. What is really interesting is I was playing around with some images and just playing around with some AI modeling around some product shots. And I gave it an ingredient list, trying to do a little video for Root and Rise, right? So I'm using Sora from OpenAI and I'm feeding in some stuff about the growth stimulator. And I haven't put about the Root and Rise. And I haven't put anything else in yet except for an ingredient list for root, step 1, right? And the reason was I wanted it to kind of flash some of the words up on the screen.
Oh, nice.
Well, what did it draw me? The animation that it drew based on moringa oil and the word and just the word beard it drew an underground network of roots underneath a dry lake bed, and you saw a
Wow.
drop of water come down in the dry lake bed, and all of a sudden the network of roots under the dry lake bed came alive, and then it popped up moringa oil, and it popped it right
Whoa.
up. Like, even AI knew that we were creating something that had moringa oil in it. It was for your hair. So it must be that we were targeting the root, and we were targeting the under the skin part you
Whoa.
can't see of the hair. Like, even it was that obvious, even for an AI model to know it.
That's crazy. And what a concept.
Right.
What a concept.
How cool.
Yeah, wow. That hits you where if we're in like a Mad Men like meeting room for an ad and somebody brings it up, we're all just like, yep.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
that
it.
one. Yep.
That's it. Wow.
What the man with
Like
the red beard said.
Yeah, wow. That's really good. And that's
Yeah.
that's what it is, you know? And that's part of your guys' like mission of this company is if you have the healthy skin, you have healthy soil, you're gonna have healthy crops.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's it. Like
That's it.
it really is. And it's that was just again something I wanted to focus on, guys, just to show that I think people get insecure with like a growth oil. They get insecure thinking, well, I have a great beard. It can be used in so many different ways. And even if you're like, you know what, I love this company and I want more use of it, it's just a different thing to throw in the wrinkle, just a different routine to kind of mix it up.
Yeah, it is. You know, and it's been getting just great results from people.
Yep.
I do think that the moringa oil being introduced, I think we kind of broke the mold doing it. To my knowledge, there's no one else using anything like, there's no one else using moringa in a growth focused oil, I don't think.
Yeah.
But the benefits are huge.
Ooh, I like this from Nate here. When the plant doesn't grow, you don't blame the plant. You fix the environment and the nutrients.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that is such a good point, Nate. Like,
How many guys blame the beard?
yeah, blame the beard, blame genetics, blame all the things. That's really kind of funny. Who does yell at a potted plant? Like, no one gets mad at the plant for not growing. Like, there's so many things that don't do what they're supposed to do, and it's not the thing's fault for doing it, but we still get mad at the thing,
Nate,
But with the plant, that's one of those weird, obvious things where you're like, the plant isn't growing, I'm doing something wrong. Like, it's like an immediate cause and effect reflection.
way too deep for this late in the show, Nate. This is like wrap it up time. And this is a topic that I would love to expand upon for like 15 minutes. Cause that one just hit.
I swear that concept actually has so many angles to it. We need to do a show literally that's just called "When the Plant Doesn't Grow, You Blame the Environment, Not the Plant."
That's next week.
I mean, let's do it. Because there's so many things to talk about there, actually.
There's that. If you want to talk about roots, that thing has roots everywhere.
Thing's got roots and legs and arms and a full head of hair. That was a winner.
All right, final statement here. So when the plant doesn't grow, we're coming up with a title for next week. Do we go the angle of when the plant doesn't grow, don't blame the plant, which is I kind of like it's a little aggressive, or do you go when the plant doesn't grow, change the environment? They're both good, but we can only have one.
Or we could just call it blame the plant.
Ooh. Then the danger is we got to remember what we were talking about. I've done that before. And then I come
what were we here to do?
Yeah, I write my video down. I'm like, blame the plant. What the heck was I talking? Like in the moment, it made so much sense.
Yeah, so I can't go outside in the summer because of poison ivy, and we're here to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Okay, I'll come up with something. I'll buff it out. When the plant doesn't grow.
Okay. I like don't blame the plant. That's a good one there for John Evans.
Yep.
Yeah, don't blame the plant. That's the obvious one. Put it in Chat GPT. Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly where I would go to, Dylan.
Right.
I got Claude open right here next to me. I'd sit there and pop it into Claude.
Yeah, I still try to fight it sometimes, but they do come up with some good ideas.
Yeah, sometimes. Once in a while, it's a good one to like round out an idea. Maybe not come up with the initial one. It's good to
buff it out.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys, we do have to get running. We cannot stay any longer. I'm sorry. I feel like we just started, and we, again, had over 40 people pretty much this whole time. You guys are animals. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment. I for one, check in, and I love just to see who watched. So if you guys can, we have more people that watch the replay than the live, but we don't get to hear from you guys as much. It would be really cool to know who enjoys this content. So if you don't mind, drop a content. If not, hey, no worries. Next week, 1 p.m., we'll be back here and we're going to get deep. We're going to talk about some plants and blaming, and then why is it okay to blame beard and genetic? Oh, there's so, yeah, Nick and I, we're already there.
Why is it okay to blame your manager for getting fired? Why is it okay for blaming the cop for giving you a ticket? Like, oh my, we're going to go all in. We're going to go all into this one.
Oh, that's going to be good. Okay. I'm going to pass it over to Nick and just want to say thank you guys for hanging with us today. That was freaking awesome.
Same. I know we're over it, but hey, look at that. We're actually right at an hour. We came in 2 minutes late. We're leaving 2 minutes late. And that is what you call consistency. So we will be here next week for 182.
All right.